to Deeksha Karnataka YouTube channel. So today I am going to discuss a very interesting topic of different branches, 3 different branches which students are often confused which to choose. In some of my previous videos I have discussed CSE core versus CSE AIML. So if you have not checked that out, do check that out. EEE versus ECE is also I have done one video, so do check them out as well. I will try to give them in the comment section below. So this is very interesting topic that students confuse information science or computer science or electronics and communication. So these are the 3 branches that we are going to discuss in one single lecture, right? So let us start what we are going to discuss. So what is CSE? Obviously, what is ISE, Information Science Engineering? What is ECE? Important topics in ISE and ECE and job opportunities in them, who should choose what, common confusions will also be cleared, and how to decide some final tips. I will give you some final tips as well. So let's start. What is CSE? So CSE is basically focuses on theoretical and practical aspects of computers. So mainly you will study theoretical as well as practical approach of solving different problems. So basically our system, our world is standing on problem solving only, not mathematical problem always, real life problems. Okay, so suppose I need a particular app to take a picture. So that someone developed a system through which you can take a picture in your mobile phone. So that is an app, right? Someone developed it because we needed that technology in our phone. So there is an interesting story. I was hearing some few days back that the screenshot of that you take, you keep your power button and volume up or volume down button pressed together, you get a screenshot. But that is a technology, someone developed it. It was originally not there. Okay, Apple developed that technology in there for their iPhones. Okay, so that is something people developed software and hardware integration. So that is what you are going to do if you study core computer science. Here it will be some hardware, some hardware as well as some software as well. So covers algorithms, programming, software development, databases, AI and machine learning, etc. So AI and machine learning, as you know, it is also available as a separate specialization. But if you study general computer science also, you will be exposed to some of the AI ML part as well. So it is not like that those who are only studying AI ML will be exposed to AI ML. If you study general computer science also, you will get exposure to AI ML. Okay, strong coding and problem solving branch. So as I mentioned, there is a problem, you have to solve that problem through coding. Okay, so you will know the problem, then you have to solve that problem. So very interesting. Career: software engineers, data scientists, AI engineers, cyber security, etc. Lot of different branches are there. Lot of job opportunities are also there. Now let's move on to the next branch, information science or information science engineering, which is very interesting. It used to be called somewhere it is also called information technology. Information technology or information science are almost same branch. Okay, it is more focused on application of computing technology in real world settings. So it is a application based system, covers software, networking, data management, web development and system security. So basically it's a application. So the most commonly the common course should be almost same, but it should be more focused towards the application part of it, more about using tech to solve problems in industries. It is a industry level course where if you study it, you will be working in the industry, not industrial problems, not day-to-day, everyday one single person's problem. Okay, so some companies require some robotics design. Okay, so you have to write the software for that. So that comes under this, or you have to develop a say server. through which you will thousands of people will play games. So that server, what is the requirement of the server, how much it can handle, so those things comes under information science. Careers: IT consultant, web developer, network engineer, support analyst, etc. Support engineer is also a job, right? So some of the jobs are same as computer science, but some of the jobs are completely different than computer science as well. Okay, it is almost very close to computer science, but in a sense it's also very different than computer science. So that's why it's a separate branch. Now, what is electronics and communication? So electronics, hardware systems, and communication technology. So basically that is the blend of electronics, communication. So communication means obviously the mobile phones that you are using is a research, years of research done by electronics and communication engineers, and that's why we have received that gadget, right? That's why we are using it. Initially it was not a branch. Some people came up with the idea of we want to develop something, and they developed it, and slowly this branch developed, and communication engineering is part of electronics now. Electronics was there since the beginning of I think 1960 and 1970, when first computers came into picture. Some hardware development were required for computers, so electronics engineers were there before, but communication came much later, and slowly it becomes a part of electronics, right? So includes VLSI, very large scale integration, embedded systems, signal processing, and communication networks. Okay, has hardware plus software combination. So it will not only be hardware. If you are studying ECE, only pure electronics engineering is hardware only, but electronics and communication requires knowledge of software as well. So core electronics jobs, telecommunications, embedded system. But remember, electronics and telecommunication is also a branch, slightly different than communication. Okay, communication and telecommunication is more focused only for telecommunication. Communication is overall in general. Okay, so telecommunications, embedded system engineer, or even software developer after upskilling. So if you upskill yourself, you can get a job as a software engineer as well. So that's why many IT companies, they hire ECE engineers as well, because they have a basic knowledge of softwares, basic knowledge of basically coding. So that's why they are being hired. Now maybe that hiring will little reduce because of the applications of AI. Now we do not need too many coders. We need more people who can handle AI. Okay, so handling AI is important. Knowing the AI or developing the AI is a completely separate branch, what you do in AI ML, right? Now let us look into the CSE curriculum. So basically I will not read everything. If you want, you can pause here, you can read all the details about the curriculum. So I will give you the overall go through. Operating system, design and analysis of algorithms, programming languages, microprocessors, computer softwares, database management system DBMS, mobile communications, cryptography and network security, performance evaluation. So these are the basic curriculum of computer science. Now let's look into the ISE. Transform calculus, Fourier series, and numerical techniques. So this is basically a more mathematics heavy. So information science is more mathematics heavy. Data structures and application statistics as well as mathematics, both are required here. Analog and digital electronics. So analog and digital electronics is basically part of electronics as well. Computer organization and architecture. So this is a part of computer as well. Object oriented programming and Java laboratory, this is also computer science. Social connect and responsibility, so there are some Kannada classes also there. Ability to enhancements, course 3. Then mathematical foundation for computing, design and analysis algorithms, microcontroller and embedded system, this is part of electronics. Operating system, biology for engineers, Python programming, so this is again Kannada class. Ability to enhancement, course 4. Universal human values, so this is a common course I think for all the engineering courses you have to study it. Inter and inter-institutional internships. Internships are also there. So this is 3rd and 4th. Generally first 2 semesters are common for all students. third and fourth semester onwards, the course classes begin. Now for ECE, if you see, it is more based on physics, okay, Ohm's law. So computer science is based on mainly computer science, ISE based on mathematics, heavy mathematics, and part of electronics as well as computer science, whereas ECE, that is electronics, is heavily based on physics. So if you are someone who is strong in physics, you can choose ECE. So Ohm's law, Kirchhoff's law, network analysis, AC and DC circuits, Fourier transform is part of mathematics, Laplace transforms, Z transforms, system analysis. So these are also part of mathematics. Diodes and transistors, physics, amplifiers, oscillators, filters. So these are slowly starting from physics, it is going towards electronics. Digital electronic circuit, digital logic gates. So those who have studied computer science, they know this is easy. Combination and sequential circuits, but combination and sequential circuits can be tricky. Flip-flops and registers, memory devices, so that can be tricky, as because you are not only restricting yourself to the basics that you have studied in your computer science, it will go much deeper, and you have to not only study theoretically, you have to make the devices in practical assembly as well. So that is what important. Now let's move on to the job opportunities. So if you go into CS, you will get software development, ML, machine learning engineer, cyber security, etc. Core companies are Google, Infosys, TCS, Microsoft, etc. Accenture also. IT, information science or IT support, network engineering, web development. Accenture, IBM, Wipro, they are core companies. ECE, embedded engineering, chip design, telecom, Qualcomm, Intel, Texas Instruments. IBM also is a company which hires for ECE engineers as well. Okay, so this is the job opportunities for most of the three courses. Now let's move on to who choose what. That is the main confusion that you have, what you should choose, which branch you should choose, because right now you are in the junction where you are not able to decide what should be my future branch should be. So choose CS if you love coding, logic building, and want to go deep into a technology. Okay, so if you are someone who is good in coding, okay, if you can solve problems through mathematics, that is important, logic, that is called logic, so that then you should choose CS. Choose ISE if you like applying tech in practical ways. So if you are someone who are techie but you want to apply that technology into some practical applications, then choose ISE. Choose ECE if you are interested in gadgets, electronics, and are okay with both hardware and software. You are someone who like to open things, you want to see why it is happening, what is there and why it is happening, every question you ask, then you should choose ECE. Right? So that is what I hope that your confusion is cleared. Now let us see some of the common questions that you have in your mind, or we say confusion. Let's see that. CS versus IT, both are software oriented, but CS is more theory plus coding, IT is more application focused, okay, and IT is also mathematics heavy. ECE versus CS, ECE is hardware and some easy level of coding, CS is mostly software. Okay, you can enter IT jobs even with ECE background by learning coding. If you learn coding, you can go into the IT sector by learning coding. Coding you can learn outside of your course and you can enter IT sector. So if you are worrying about jobs, there are plenty of job opportunities even with ECE as well. That's why ECE is also a very popular branch. Don't think that ECE is not popular. ECE is also a very popular branch. Okay, how to decide? Know your interest. First of all, obviously ask yourself the question, do you enjoy coding or you like gadgets? So are you someone who like coding, or you just like play games? If you like play games and think that I like coding, no, that's not how it works. Okay, you have to be more things like I have to solve problems. Okay, I am good in mathematics, I am good in logic, on solving problems. Then you should choose CS. CS, I know many of you will choose CS even if you are not liking coding, but what should I do? In future, when the companies will come, they will test that what is your coding level, and they will choose you based on your coding level, not based on the degree that you have. So that is one important lesson you will learn later on. Think about career goals. Want to work in core electronics or software? So either you want to, ECE have good opportunities but limited. Opportunities are good but limited opportunities, so you have to choose that carefully. Look at the syllabus, which subject excites you more. So for example, if you are good in mathematics, you can choose information science or CS. If you are good in physics, you can choose electronics and communication as well. Okay, long-term growth, all three have good future scope if you work hard and upskill yourself. So upskilling yourself every day is very, very important, right? So when you upskill yourself, you know more things, you are compatible with many other things that some other students who are you are competing with do not know, right? Your field will increase from now on. From now on, it is not only physics, chemistry, maths, it will be much more blended of everything together. So that's why you have to be more open-minded. Do not think that I am going for CS, mathematics will not be there. I am going for CX, physics will not be there. They will be there one or other form. Okay, so be aware of that as well, right? I hope your common confusion and doubts are cleared now, and you have chosen the branch properly. Mention the branch that you have chosen after watching this video, right? And if you think this video is helpful and informative, share it with your friends and give it a like, so that we also can understand that you have liked our content, right? I'll be back with more videos, branch reviews, as well as college wise cutoff list as well. So obviously subscribe and follow our channel. I'll be back. Till then, bye.